Hey, mate.
Hey mate, how you doing?
Yeah, good. How you doing?
Good, dude. I'm just about to finish up and have a golf lesson. So I've got 15 flat, but dude, I absolutely appreciate you doing this. This is the most valuable thing anybody can do for anybody. So I look forward to shooting yours. And if you want to shoot one already, or do you want me to do a selfie one for you over the weekend, just saying what the opportunities we've got on the table, I'm happy to as well.
Yeah, that would
Um,
be amazing for me, for sure.
um,
Before
let
we
me get
start,
this.
could I ask
Yeah, far
you,
away.
could I ask you one thing about the Figma doc that
Yep.
for the offer? Um, just because I know you're probably recording this, so before we get into it, just very quickly, if I
Yep.
share this, so this is the rough, very rough, but this is kind of what I'm thinking. Were you thinking more around showing them how they create opportunities without using my system and then positioning me as the option? Or this is more running through my option as, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
What I more just mechanically how they get a result. Um, Let me try to find. Okay, yeah, they don't give a shit about the process. They just
yeah,
want to see mechanically what does the machine look like that allows them to get calls,
yeah.
right? So,
That's why
let,
this is what I'm asking. So I started making it. I was like, hang on, this isn't valuable. What's valuable is like how they get the result at the end.
yeah, let me. Here we go. I'll
So would it
share
be
my
more,
screen.
yeah, nice one. Would it be more about, oh,
Like, like, like. Have a look at this. The schematics of this.
yeah,
Everybody you connect to brings you into a profile funnel, and then we cycle through these kind of posts and these kind of posts and putting the video funnel in front of them so that they're in this funnel that circles around and they're subject to content, and then it
yeah.
spits them out when they want to have a conversation, and we stick them on a sales call and then we close them into a client. It's
Got
very
it.
like, does it, so you'd have like a, we get leads from Apollo, we get a big database of leads, and you'd have like a Google Sheet emoji of Google Sheets, and it
Yeah,
would point to the next piece of software, and you'd be like, it checks them and verifies them, and then it throws it into instantly with these 5 email servers, and we
yeah.
send the campaigns, and you'd have a template fill in the blanks of the campaign, and then everybody that responds goes through a follow-up sequence. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Because I started down this road last night, literally did it in like half an hour, and I was like, hang on a minute, I need to wait. This
Yeah.
isn't it's more based around
Oh, dude,
actually how it works.
the wait a sec, Figma, and then we'll have to, because I'll have to get going in a sec.
No
I'm
worries,
just
mate,
going
no
to show
worries.
you this.
This is taking longer
What's
than
it
I
called? That's all right. Email. It's like
what
this.
yeah.
See
Oh
that?
yeah. The that's oh yeah. I remember that from the course.
Like it's like a workflow, so that they can see it, and then you just walk them through it. It's like, oh, I can see how it all works.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Very visual, kind of graphic designy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm being too literal. I need to
Too
be,
literal. Yeah.
yeah. And then
Um.
before we start, one last thing, sorry, I'm taking the piss.
yeah.
Yeah, invoices. Did you get them? Are you happy? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take care of that this Arvo. Sorry.
Great. I will get that
Um.
sorted set up today for you. Right. Your
Fuck
turn.
yeah.
Crack.
All right, mate. um, Josh, thanks for taking the time, mate, to kind of just give us a bit of insights into your experience in the training program. Like, feel free to just introduce yourself and explain to people what it is you do.
Yeah, I'm Josh. I joined in January of this year, so about 10 months ago. Um, yeah, I was a 3D designer at that point, a 3D animator, and now my offer's changed quite a bit. Working, helping others with their outreach, which weirdly was a weak point for me when I joined the course 10 months ago, has now become, I'd say, a strength to the point where I can help other people with that. That is 100% hands down to joining this course, I would say, and the things that I've learned inside the program, and the people I've met and experiences I've had. So that's a little bit about me and my experience in a nutshell, I would say.
What take us through the challenges you were facing, or what you wanted to work on coming into the training program for the first time.
I definitely think I tried a lot of things outside of the program. I tried other programs. I wanted to work on solidifying an offer or my offer, and sales process, lots of different things. Yeah, I found a lot of that in here, that which was great. There is a lot to learn in the course. I just think if you apply yourself, you will get the answers you need. That's kind of how I felt. It's overwhelming at the start, but if you follow the program the way it's supposed to be followed, you end up with the result you want when you come in, I would say.
Got it. What components of the like profitable designer have resonated most with you? You're someone that's lucky enough to actually have been to one of the in-person events, but like what component do you feel like you've got the most value out of? Live events, group coaching, systems, or is it like a combination of a couple of them?
I think it's a combination. To begin with, definitely the systems for me were really valuable, and just doing the reps and showing up each day, and the objective document's been hugely valuable. I still read that every day. I think the main thing about this whole thing is mindset. Weirdly, like lots of the testimonials I watched before said the same thing, and I was like, it's got to be more than that. But no, it's definitely that. 100%. I think as things have gone on and I've got deeper into the program, it's less about the systems. It's more about the things like the live events and showing up to the calls every week and just having the same things repeated back to you and seeing other people struggling with the same things and everyone coming together, and you're just hearing the same things all the time. And it's that repetition is what's building that psyche up so that you can do the reps yourself again later when you're struggling, if that makes sense.
Yeah. What do you think's been the biggest aha moment that you've had since being in the program?
That's a good question. I think letting go of designer mentality, probably. I think it took me ages to realize that probably design isn't as valuable as you think it is. And you love design. Every designer loves designing and creativity, sorry. But I think as I started to craft an offer away from it being surrounded by design, and after listening to you speak about that for the first 5 or 6 months and not being able to wrap my own original skill set around it, I realized I just had to let go of that slightly, or take my hands off that wheel and put them on another, if that makes sense. And since doing that, things have just got better, I would say. So like using all your design skill set to create something that's really truly valuable is everything, I would say. So that's probably the biggest aha moment.
Nice. So what kind of results have you seen through implementing the thinking and the strategies? I suppose like you can talk about your new offer, and like you pitch your new offer to quite a few people in the mastermind. You've got quite a few beta testers, but like take us through like some of the changes, I suppose, things and the result of it.
Yeah, so I guess that was probably the biggest turning point, was obviously the mastermind. I'd started down this new path. I'd created something that was trying to make my life easier, basically, an email system based on what you taught in the course. Then ended up pitching it at your live event, and seeing 20 people there who were interested was pretty nuts, and that kind of put it into reality, if that makes sense. Since we've obviously started to work on it together, and other people in the course are working with me on it, so that transformation has been pretty big for me, moving away from design almost totally, to the point where now design briefs that come in I'm not as interested in. I'm more interested in building this new business and solving these problems. So that's been pretty amazing. I never thought that would happen. I never thought I'd be interested in that. But yeah, it's definitely solving different problems and problems that I enjoy that still use the creative brain and the designer brain, but are far more valuable to the people you're working with. I think that's the biggest change I've seen, is working directly with people on stuff that you can see is more valuable to them than design ever was to your clients, I think.
Mm. Yeah, well, it still is just purely design anyway. It's just a different,
Yeah.
the pieces that we're arranging are just a bit different to what they usually are. But like I suppose your situation, it was just uncovering an opportunity, wasn't it? And crazy things happen when you put offers out there and people love them and you see a lot of hands go up. It's a big indicator. But take us through like what how's this changed the way that you think about the future of your design business or your business?
Yeah, I think I went from confused and unsure and feeling like I guess was banging my head against the same wall, if that makes sense, with my design business previously. And I've now realized that what I was originally doing, 3D animation at the time, and working freelance and agency work was very difficult to scale beyond selling my time. Whereas now I've got a product that I can see the future of how to scale that beyond my time, build the life that I want to build. It's definitely made me feel more excited for the future, more focused, and everything's going into crafting a business that I know will get me where I want to get to eventually if I keep trying. Whereas before it was always about bringing in new business, competing with other people on quality of work, and sadly, like the cost you'll do it for. Whereas now it's competing on value, and I know that I've got something valuable that can help people's businesses, and it is scalable if done in the right way. So for the future now looks a lot brighter, I would say, in my mind, than it did 10 months ago.
What would you say to somebody that's on the fence about coming in to profitable design?
You won't regret it. Do it. The community alone, the people I've met in the community, the things you say, the things you teach are 100% of value. The calls are really valuable. If you can get to an event, like super valuable. But the community and the people you meet in here, they're people that are really serious about where they're going. And that's infectious. And if you're serious about where you want to get, you'll fit in with those people in the same way that I have. And you won't regret uh, making the decision. It's a big commitment. It was a massive commitment for me at the time. It's one that I look back on now as 100% worth it. That's all I'd say. And it was a big commitment at the time, for sure.
Nicely put, man. Yeah, thank you for taking the time to kind of give us a bit of insights.
Yeah, pleasure, mate.
Awesome, dude. Dude, I'm fucking pumped. We're not long now until the Bali event, so I'll give me another couple of weeks to kind of just sort some clutter out, and then I'll talk to you about like a couple of days before, and discussing what we can do there. Um, Hanging out and working on it.
Yeah, sweet. I mean, whatever you want to do, I'll be around that area the 2 days before. So kind of just going to the beach, doing whatever. So
Fuck yeah.
I'm easy, mate. Just let me know about those 2 days. I think, yeah, in terms of email, we're kind of sorted, aren't we? I know you've got like a minute or two, but we're pretty much good.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can test
We're
this
pretty
new offer,
good.
all right?
Yeah. I did actually find a couple of ways to go straight into pitching I think the $200 audit might be really powerful too from like
Okay.
pitching the, yeah. So, give me a sec. I'll try to find it.
This was the new way I was pitching your call. If you've got 2 seconds to read that. And then thinking about adding the money back guarantee thing is a PS, but then in the next email, I would say money back guarantee. Not those exact words, but something to the tune of I'm so confident about it working that I'll give you your money back, sort of thing. Face. What's that face mean?
I'm just reading. I'm trying to find it on ChatGPT. I like this angle of let me I'll put it in WhatsApp. Tailored complement plus 3-line offer. Pain point loom, where I can create a loom and then we can send them a resource. And then a soft invite to a VSL. It could be the same VSL that sells the $200 call. You know what I mean?
So the tailored compliment, what's that?
I think it's a custom compliment, like the way that you've been doing it.
Oh, I see. Right,
That's-
right, right, right. Plus 3-line offer, which is okay. So the first message is kind of the same as what we've got, roughly. And then
Yeah.
the second is offering the loom plus resource.
Yeah.
Nice. And then
So
the
we'll
third
we'll,
is-
we'll play with that, I think. Yeah. And then the third one's just like a soft invite to go click it. You know what I mean?
that's what I've got at the moment, which is like got a few spots open for a 1-to-1 where we build a 3-month plan for an hour. If you're interested, just reply and I'll send the details. And if they go into interested, they can then go into that sequence that you just talked about there.
Yeah.
So we can do email 1 and 2 and 3 the same way we've been doing them, which just keeps banging on about just let us know if you're interested. If they opt in, they can then go into this cold outbound, like you're talking about.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's
Cool.
just shoot me a message. I'm in Vietnam all next week, but I'll check my messages a couple of times. But yeah, dude, thanks again for the testimonial, and I'll shoot you a version over the weekend, all right?
Yeah, that'd be awesome if you could. And don't forget the invoices. I know you're going to golf, but don't forget the invoices if you can.
I got to work tonight, so I've still got like 6 hours of work to do tonight. So
Good
I
man.
will get
All
to
right.
those invoices. So
All good, mate. See you later. Enjoy golf.
good on. Bye.
Bye bye.